What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916. You tuned into another edition of Prison Talk. Thank you for supporting. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. I know we've been catching quite a bit of slack for, use of a better word because of just the nature of our content. And we're not bojangling or shucking and jiving over here. We're actually trying to create more awareness, more awakening. And, there's been a lot of comments just in the comment section of the Fresh Out videos and even the Big Herc 916 videos on Instagram, where I try to shed light on certain things. And one of the things I want to talk about is the difference of opinions and the fact that this country is based on everybody having their own opinion and not being led like cattle or sheep. And I'm not a sheep, man, and I'm not cattle, and neither is Big Ant, and Fresh Out is not a bunch of followers. We didn't create this channel to be followers and be led and to not think our own thoughts and to not come up with our own opinions. I've always thought out the box, and one of the reasons me and Ant get along so well is because he thinks out the box and he questions everything, just like myself. So when I see that people are being told a certain thing, I look to the person who's saying it, and then I want to look to why are they saying it. And, for the most part, it's just a lot of common sense. I mean, simply put, just to say, wearing masks, right? Now, you see where the masks are being made. I've seen places and the masks are they're on the ground, they're dirty, people stepping on them barefoot, and their packaging is not sanitized, sanitary, but nonetheless, they make it here and people put them on their face. Now, they got people using everything from bandanas to scarves to t-shirts to trash bags with holes in it. I mean, they're using all kind of things to cover up their face now to say that it's going to protect them from the corona. So is that now something that's just been discovered, that it doesn't matter what type of covering you have on your mouth, it protects you? Or is this something that's, been known the whole time, but it's just been introduced? I'm just saying, difference in opinion. Wearing gloves, put your gloves on, you didn't go out with your gloves, don't touch this, don't touch that. But then you get in your car, you touch your phone, you touch the steering wheel, you go home. So technically you would have to have probably on a daily, maybe 30, 40 pairs of gloves when you're going out and about and you're touching all this stuff. Am I correct? I'm just saying, I just try to put 2 and 2 together to equal 4. I'm not with the new math that they say 2 and 2 can equal 5, because I take 2 fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's not 5, there's 4. So, the confusion has been kind of programmed for us to accept these different conclusions when if it smells like poop and it's brown, maroon, black, it's poop, man. And it's poop. It came out somebody or some animal's butt. So I just make sense of common sense, but that's what it's come down to. And people are really getting in their feelings when you say things that contradict their beliefs. They want you to so-called stay in your lane. Oh, Big Herc, you were a bank robber, you did porn, stay in your lane, don't talk about anything else, you're not a medical, I'm not a medical professional, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a politician, but I'm not a jackass, and I'm not a follower, and I'm not a dummy either. I do a lot of reading. I probably read more than most of the people making those comments, and I probably have more time in legal books and law books and also congressional acts and history books than most of those people who are making comments, because I had a lot of time to sit down and basically reflect while these people were running around on the streets partying. So yeah, I do have a lot more time in the books than you do, but I'm not an expert by no means. But what I do know is that I question everything because I know a lot about history and about things that have transpired in the course of our history that are not reflected in mainstream media. It's just like a lot of you guys who would have probably just accepted whatever Massa gave you as long as you were able to sit down with Massa from time to time. I would have been like Nat Turner, man. I would have been on the, I would have took my swaps and took a sword and a pistol and been on the go. I would have been a rider. I'm not gonna die on my knees crying. I'm gonna stand up and take mine like a man. And that's the difference. I'm not like a lot of you little suckers out there, or you crybabies who have been brought up to accept what somebody tells you and to be afraid to speak your voice. I speak my voice and I stand up, and I'm not gonna be I'm not a coward. You know what I mean? And call it what you want, but that's just my opinion, and that's how I look at it, and that's what Fresh Out represents. It represents the total opposite of what they consider the norm, and that's why I don't endorse a lot of the homosexual activities that people comment about, talking about men getting raped, about guys, gang violence and stuff like that. Yeah, we do have stories, that people share to set an example, but we don't glorify that. Somebody says, "Oh man, why have you guys changed?" On the live stream. We do a live stream every Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Herc, you're not talking about the prison stuff no more. Why are you talking about this other stuff? What am I supposed to continue to dwell in a bunch of negative stuff to entertain you? Am I here for your entertainment? No, I'm not. I'm here to educate and to enlift and to enlighten and to give people a perspective of that. No, you don't have to be that dumbass that they project in social media or in Hollywood that's part of the recidivism package, and they can't integrate with society, that we need to build more prisons. I'm trying to tell you, we don't need to build more. We need to open up the conversation for programs and give people an opportunity to educate themselves. They say once a person has a college degree, his chances of recidivism are reduced to probably 4%. 4% once you're educated with a degree, because now you have options and you actually look at things differently because of your education. So that's the direction we're going in. I'm sorry, I wish, the networks out there who want us to, glorify, the networks that want us to glorify, big guys, taking little guys' booties. The tattoos with the, I'm a part of so-and-so and I stabbed this guy and I was putting in work. I'm sorry. We can't do it. We can't sell out. We can't sell out, you mother. We can't sell out. We're not going to sell out. We're going to keep it real and raw. And yeah, if you don't like the way I talk, because some of you guys say, Big Herc, you talk white. What does white talk like? What does white talk like? You tell me. I don't know. All I know is how to articulate myself in whatever fashion I was, taught from when I was a little baby. When I was a little baby, my mom used to read to me, and she didn't talk black, white, or whatever. She just talked, and she was educated. So that's why I articulate myself the way I do. But we got to keep it real. We got to keep it raw. And throughout this whole situation, at the end of the day, we're going to see how the tables turn and where the coin lands. And then from there, hey, we'll keep moving forward. But one thing we will do is keep our integrity, and we will keep putting out content that represents our brand. And we stand where we stand. Like I said, the comments, you're not going to change who we are. And if you guys are opinionated, then hey, you're welcome to your opinion. But you're not going to make me bow down and listen to mainstream and think that because it came out of a news person's mouth, it's the truth. Because it's not a lot of the times. Do your homework and find out who runs the news media and find out how many different corporations actually control what we see daily on the news. You guys got to wake up. A lot of y'all, you don't want to wake up, so I can understand. Stay night-night. It's all right. You could be night-night. Night-night's good too, because, you serve a purpose, but we're going to keep pushing what our fans want, which is our fans want us to be real, be raw, and, keep giving you guys positive information. So opinions are fine. That's what this country's based on, and it's what made us who we are as a nation. And if everybody thought the same or everybody just agreed and got into a line and did the same, then, it's game over. Somebody's like, why aren't you're not going to get a shot. You're not going to do this for what? I'm going to read up and educate myself. I am not one of those people who is just going to say that this person knows more than I know about something, so I'm accepted. I did that once, or actually 3 times when I went to court. I listened to my public pretender and just took their words. And then when I went and got the legal book, the Black's Law Dictionary, oh my God, the definition of a torn, to basically turn over your soul, to relinquish your rights. The definition of a client, Black's Law Dictionary, either 5th or 8th edition, imbecile, incapable of handling your own affairs. Statute, maritime law, admiralty law, common law, republic. Do you guys even know what any of these words mean? See, I had to read up and figure it out and realize that I have been duped. Just like you guys out there, you run around, you're doing stuff, and you're thinking you're slick, and as soon as you go to court, you ask this guy, and you want him to tell you what everything means. Just like you go to church, you want them to tell you what it means to have a relationship with whoever your holy divinity is, or your spiritual being is. Who is this guy to define your relationship? Or it's like a guy coming into your relationship with your wife. Yeah, man, Herc, are you busting her cheeks? Well, damn it, let me show you how to bust her cheeks, and then you watch me, then you can follow my lead. Dude, I know how to bust her cheeks just fine. I don't need you to tell me how to bust her cheeks. But that's equivalent to what you're doing when you got these people doing stuff for you, even your accountant, all these people. You got to check all these people to see if they don't even know what the hell they're talking about. Because a lot of times people will tell you one thing because it benefits them. So having an opinion is great. It keeps the checks and balances going so you don't get caught up. Big Herc 916 getting down with Fresh Out Prison Talk.